Shalom, we praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bashem Rakakadash. Double honors into the apostles at GreatMillStone. Here in front is just it's an article. It says Nevada man who survived UFO abduction says aliens asked him about Jesus Christ. And pretty much in this he says that he got abducted. This was February. He said he got abducted. A man from England, from Suffolk. And he was in the US on his temporary work. And he basically says that they were communicating, you know, in a different manner, different tongue or whatever, different higher form of communication. And pretty much they basically told him about they said the Lord came on the earth, and then the Lord was on the earth, but he's basically coming back. And they give him like a Bible-like object. Now I'm not saying this is true. You know, I don't know. I don't really believe it. But you know, whether it's true or not, that I was just looking up some stuff, and I come across this article. So I just gotta put that out there. Because first of all, we know the name of the Lord ain't Jesus Christ. And aliens, really, all the word alien really means just something that's just a stranger, stranger, or so someone's, why do you think America they call Mexicans illegal aliens? Because that word means stranger. Something that's like foreign, so it doesn't have a particular look. But anyway, when you read the scriptures, you find out that the men of the Lord, you find that the angels are dark skinned. You find, like the scripture says, there's certain scriptures on that. And then also you find out that that the Lord is going to come back in the so-called UFO. So I don't know whoever put this together. I don't know what really, but it just made me think of the scriptures. Because the thing is, the Lord is going to come back in what the world calls a UFO. And all this stuff about aliens and green men, the people in the so-called UFOs, the beings, should I say, in the so-called UFOs of what? That is the angels. And Yahweh Shai is coming back. Let me get a quick scripture, man. There's a particular scripture I want. See if I can find it. Give me a sec. Let me see if I can. Actually, might be Ezekiel. Because, like I'm saying, man, basically, the Lord is gonna come back in a chariot, man. Now, you have had people that have, that have said they've seen chariots or beings and they were black, and there's some incident in Mexico, but the geezer said he couldn't, basically he said, they kind of probed him not to say that, but it is what it is. I mean, there was a video where this dude from I don't know, he said he used to work with NASA or something, but he basically said how that there was NASA had seen one of their things. They seen some beings coming out of a chariot, and they were basically black. Now I don't, it is what it is. But what we do know is that you do see chariots. People see chariots and stuff like that. And no, it's definitely not in Ezekiel. Let me see. If I can find it this way. And basically, yeah. So we know. That's the Lord's gonna come back in one of those, but we know really that it's the angels and it's the angels, man. I can't find this particular scripture. Oh, here it is, man. And I'm sure I was in Jeremiah 4. I didn't see it. The lion is come up from his thicket, and the destroyer of the Gentiles is on his way. He is gone forth from his place to make thy land desolate, and thy cities shall be laid waste without an inhabitant. Now let me get actually, I'm not going to read Acts because I just put that in the last video. I'm going to get Revelations 1 and 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and he's talking about Yahushua. And where's Yahushua is on the right hand side of Yahweh at the moment, waiting to come down to bring the judgment on the earth. And behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so Ammon. So you got all this talk about aliens, and all this. And you get the angelic beings that are in the chariots. The scripture talks about the terrestrial bodies and the celestial bodies. The celestial beings in them UFOs are what? Are the angels? Okay. Okay, there's a few scriptures on that. It's not the one I wanted. Let me bring out the Luke. Okay. Luke 21 and 26. Men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift your heads, for your draw of redemption nigh. So, the Son of Man coming in a cloud, he's not talking about, a puff of smoke. It's talking about so-called UFOs. It's a UFO to Esau. Well, that's disinformated, unidentified object. Really, it's the powers of heaven. Because Esau, what you have to understand is the elites have rebelled against the Most High. And they know that. That's why they've built their masonry on the worship of the devil. Now, it might sound like a fucking movie to you people, but this is real life. You know what I mean? They've openly rebelled against the Heavenly Father. So that even the scripture says, look to the skies, man, because the chariots of the Lord are going to invade this planet. The angelic beings. Esau wants to call them aliens. And the angelic beings are down with the Lord, The angels of Yahweh, Basham Yahweh Shai, Basham Rakakadash, man. Okay. Revelation 19. And 11. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True, and in righteousness he doeth judge and make war. So Esau likes it, but basically, who controls all that alien BS? The elites, because they've just got people stuck on stupid out here. That's why when you really look deep into things, man, a lot of people can't handle the truth. You rather be watching cartoons and talking shit, because this truth is real. And the truth is stranger than fiction, man. Even the fact people are messed up at the fact that the scripture says that God, black, if you will, for lack of a better word. He's got the hair like the pure wool. That's the book of Daniels. Dark skin. So people are messed up at that as well. But the fact is, these are the facts, and the Lord is coming back. with angelic beings in what they call the UFOs to judge this earth, which this earth, you know, the Edomites that rule this earth, they worship the devil, man. That's why they got everyone being transgenders, homosexuals, you know, wicked, proud. You know, this planet, this system is against the laws in the scriptures. You know, and basically, you know, the Lord is getting ready to judge the beast and the whore, you know, and burn it up with fire. So, you know, this little article here just kind of made me, you know, I looked at it and I thought it was just funny to see an article like this, you know. But we do know that the Lord's coming back, and that's in the scriptures. So you are going to start. So people are seeing chariots all over the world. And by the way, this is what I was supposed to say from the start. When the Lord Yahweh Shai comes, he ain't going to be looking like no fucking Caesar Borgias and no fucking Serapis Cryptus, okay? He's not going to be looking like that. It's going to be an angry so-called black man coming out of the skies. Alright, so with that I'm going to say shalom.